Hey, cutie pies, I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Young and the Restless edition. All right, today is Tuesday, September the 13th, 2022. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 7. It was really solid. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. We see Summer and Kyle. Okay, so they're at home. Harrison is upstairs, and they're just enjoying their excuse me, evening alone together. When Diane shows up, I'm not gonna hold you long. Diane shows up and they're like, "What's going on?" And she says, "I'm so furious. Summer, it has to do with your mom." And she says she planted evidence like about this big home decor market, because Phyllis is over at the home decor. She said like this purchase, she said it looks janky, it's way overpriced, you shouldn't make this kind of a deal, and it was planted on my computer. And she says, I feel like Phyllis did it just to set me up. And it's like, okay, honestly, I don't know if Phyllis did it or not. If it, do y'all remember if that happened? Because I don't remember seeing where Phyllis planted something on Diane's computer. But anyways, Diane says she's doing this to set me up to make me look bad or whatever. And you could just tell on Summer's face she ain't believe it. But Kyle, of course, that's his mom, so he has no reason not to believe her. And they know they wanted to keep Diane and Phyllis away from each other. So they're like, we should look into this. But anyways, Diane just tells them, I've worked so hard to try to be a better person, and I thank you guys for giving me this opportunity. It's just so frustrating to be on guard all the time. And they said, we understand. And she said, can I go up and see my grandson? And they were like, yeah, could tell him good night. And she was like, well, if he's awake, can I read him a story? And they was like, go ahead, mama. So then Kyle and Summer talk, and she just tells him, I'm sorry, I don't believe that for 1 minute. That seems too sloppy for my mom. That's too amateur. What if Diane planted it on her own computer to make it seem like she was doing it? I said, well, where is Phyllis? I mean, I know Phyllis and Nikki are doing so. Where is Ashley in all this? Because she was in on the planning, and Ashley has not got her hands dirty not one time. But anyways, Kyle said, I don't know. I don't think my mom, you think my mom's lying about it? And she says, well, I mean, they just don't know. So I don't know, guys. They're gonna see what's going on, and what's gonna happen from there. So then we see Sally and Nick, and he goes to her office. She's working late, and he said, I thought you would be gone. And she said, no, I need to make up for the day. So she's called all the senior executives. She's been emailing people back. She's just been doing everything she could to get everything back right again. Um, with her missing the meeting, the some marketing summit and everything. So she's been doing everything she could to get everything back together, make amends with people. And it's just not and it's working, excuse me, and it's working for her. They're accepting her apologies and everything. And so Nick said, yeah, and she was like, oh God, what, you're here to fire me? He said, no, but I'm giving you a warning that Victoria is looking at other people, because remember, Victoria told him Nate is available to work, and so we should look into that. And so Sally is just like, I'm gonna be on it. She said, I'm gonna do everything I can. She says, I know you're behind me, but I have no disillusion on how Victor truly feels about me, and how Victoria feels about me as well. Like, she's not 100% sold, and she already know Victor just be, you know, he been wanting to go on, because for Victor, that's why people say they love Victor, and I'm like, I don't like, if he has no use for you, he can't manipulate you, use you, then you're kind of like, can be thrown to the wayside, and I don't like that. Anyways, so Sally and Nick continue to talk, and she just tells him, she's not going to blame Adam for her distraction or everything. She said, yes, it would be the easy way out, but the truth of the matter is, um, Sally is like Chelsea to me. She's lonely, and she says, I need to do better, as far as as dealing with my personal emotions and my personal feelings and everything that's going on with me, because that's what led me to being so wrapped up into Adam. So I can't just blame him, because she just feels lonely, and she feels like there's nothing she feels lonely, and she feels as though there's nothing that she can do to get out of this funk, but she knows she has to try to be the best CEO of Newman Media as possible. And she tells Nick, I know you can't understand it. And he was like, actually, yes. He said, since killing Ashland, he's felt lost. And he doesn't, he thinks he knows who he is as a person, but after this, it kind of shook him or whatever. And so Sally is there, and they just lean on each other. And then she tells him, I'm in this, for the long run. And she grabs his hand, like they, shake hands to shake on it. And then I said, uh-oh, because the chemistry was there. I said, Lord, plus y'all know y'all already saw this week they supposed to be sleeping together, and Adam supposed to come in. I don't know, child. But anyway, so Abby and Chance are there, and Chance says, you want to take the baby monitor and go skinny dipping? But Abby is tired. She is knocked out. And everything. So then we see Chance gets up, and he goes to Crimson Lights, and Sharon's there, and she was like, can't sleep. And he was like, I'm restless. He's closed all these cases and closed the Ashland case. And she says, I know when Ray would have a big case and he would close it, he felt restless too. So she gets him a coffee decaf, and Chelsea comes up and she said, can you get me one too? Because she's been restless. So they all sit down and talk. And at this point, um, Abby wakes up and she sees that Chance is not there, and she's just like, where is Chance? But she's had a dream that Chance has put work over her and the family, like it's more important. But anyway, so then they're all about to sit down and just talk, and Sharon gets a phone call from Mariah or Tessa, whichever one it was, but she has to go upstairs because they needed her advice on something. So that gives Chance and Abby a chance to speak, and she just tells him, that she's good now, but that she went to bed, when she had a nice day with Billy and Johnny, but then she went to bed and she was all alone. And it's just like, ugh, not just to bed, but she went to her room, and it's like she wants a companion. And I said, oh my gosh, y'all really are gonna put these two together, because that was the spoiler a few months ago. And I said, no, but it looks like there's but anyway, so she's just like, she's lonely, and she's restless, and she doesn't know, she's needing direction. But anyways, so Chance tells her, get up, take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out. And he's helping her. And Sharon comes through, and she sees it or whatever. And she's just like, mm. But then Chance is getting a phone call from Abby, and he can't answer it because he's busy dealing with Chelsea. So then later on, Abby talks. He goes home, and Abby's awake, and she said, where were you? And he says, I left you a note, but the note was on the floor and everything, so she didn't see it. And he said, I'm sorry, I've scared you or whatever. And Chance and Abby just need to sit down, because this Ashland case, Victor got what he wanted. He got off, but it's ruined Abby's and Chance's relationship, because they were already kind of on shaky ground, just because Chance, once he came back, he would, he had to go to therapy and all this kind of stuff, but they were finally working things out and getting on the right path until Victor did this, and now they're on shaky grounds again. And I do hope they work it out, because I don't know, for some reason I don't see these two as boring. I like them as a couple, um and everything. I like, sometimes you just need that steady couple, you know what I mean? You just need that steady couple, and for the last few, they've been kind of steady. And so I was hoping that would stay there for them. So then, y'all, we see Victor and Jack. And so Jack is at society, and he comes in, and Victor sits down. Well, Victor comes over and he tells him sit down. And they start talking about Adam. And Victor is not happy, of course, that Jack did this with Adam. And Jack just tells him, I had no malice in my heart when I did this. It's not about you or anything. So it has nothing to do with you. I did this because I want to help Adam, to pull him away from going after you guys and focus his attention on business and not revenge and vengefulness. Being vengeful and everything. And Jack, I mean, Victor just tells Jack, you know, you should worry. You made a mistake hiring Adam, and Jack is thinking that he's talking about like um that Adam that he made a mistake hiring Adam as far as Victor is going to come after him or something, or it's starting up some kind of war or something. And he says, no, I'm telling you, Adam is the mistake. You made a mistake hiring Adam as far as you think he's gonna be this great co-CEO, but he's only doing this to get back at me. It's all like for Victor, it's all about Victor. He's doing this to get back at me. He doesn't really want to be co-CEO of the company and run it with you. I mean, for Victor, he's like, it's all about me. It's all about me. And so Jack just says, I don't I think Adam is going on a different path. And he said, and so then Victor says, well, I'm done with them. I'm not going to keep doing this. And Jack, because Jack was just like, listen, you made this big publicity stunt about how you hired um, Adam, and then you yanked the throne back from him and gave it back to Victoria. Of course, Adam was gonna leave, and Victor is just like, well, I'm done with Adam, and Jack says, I don't believe that for a minute. I think right now you're licking your wounds and you're hurt, but that you'll be back on it. And I said, it's same. And so that's pretty much where it ended with them, where Victor warns Jack, and Jack says, we're good over here. And so then we see Nikki and Victoria. And when we see Nikki and Victoria, they are both talking about, they're just talking about how Nikki is leaving to go on a trip to LA, and she says she's doing it because Kyle is surprising Summer with his wedding, and she wants the Foresters to create her a wedding gown. And Victoria says, now Mama, I know there's more to this story than that. I could see it. And so she tells him, I'm going to see Dick and Sharp to get more dirt on Diane. And Victoria said, Mom, like, he caused you to drink, y'all got in an affair, y'all, like, he's not a good person for you to be around. But Victoria Nikki says she got this and tells Victoria not to worry. So then we see where after Victoria leaves, because it wasn't much, that was pretty much it. Victoria tries to tell Nikki don't do it. Nikki says, I'm gonna do what I want to do. So after they leave, Victoria leaves. Nikki says, calls Phyllis, and she says, I'm going to LA to handle things on my end or whatever. You just make sure you're putting things in place. So I'm like, well, did Phyllis put the thing down for Diane in her computer? I was like, that, but that would be so sloppy. You know what I mean? But anyways, guys, that was The Young and the Restless today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you tomorrow for a new episode of What Happened on the Soaps Young and the Restless, a different edition. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.